Dine out once in a while to enjoy some good food. Prepare a nice meal for yourself. And of course, the main context of this video is coming up with a menu. To start with, we are going to take stock of what is available in the fridge, just to make sure first they are sufficient to cover the coming week. Then to make sure they are in good condition, at least nothing is spoiled, and to ensure that it's fully stocked, and whatever is not available, we restock before the week starts. How do you plan your week? Usually I find it easier when you have everything in place a week on Sunday for the week. So here I'm listing down the things that are available in the fridge that will help us come up with the menu that will work for the new week. This is based on just what you have in stock without actually restocking afresh. Sometimes you don't actually need to shop, you just need to come up with a menu with what you already have in the house, in the fridge, in your pantry, and maybe the food that was left over, so that you ensure that you don't get to have spoiled food or to waste any food. Step number 2 is checking on the pantry. As you can see, it's almost empty, so to speak, but we are making do with what we have before we restock. Okay? Then you check what is in the jars. The jars, I got them from Odds and Ends. They are very affordable in case you would be interested. And usually they have offers, so you can look out for when they have offers. As you can see, what is in stock can sustain us for a week. And then maybe come the end of the week, we re-strategize again. You can see even the other grocery items are available. So here I'm also listing what groceries that we have in stock. Some of this may look different from what is in stock because I had shot part of this video earlier. So don't be surprised when you see some variances in the quantity. I missed part of the footage, but I felt it is important to share this video so that in case you're going through a situation of maybe managing a tight budget, how you can actually make it work. Based on what we already have in stock, we are able to come up with a list of what is in stock, be able to use what is already in stock as our food for a whole week before you even restock. Sometimes you find yourself having foods going bad because you overstocked. But if you stock properly, you end up saving money, and you also save yourself from maybe having food going bad in such instances. Okay, so this is everything that we have in stock, and we are going to use to come up with a menu for the whole week. And finally, we have the menu. As you can see from the menu, Monday is going to be githeri. Githeri, for those who don't know, is a mix of beans and maize. Tuesday, we're going to have beef and rice. Wednesday, we are going to have black beans and the raw bananas. You can decide to make them whichever way you like. On Thursday, we do fish fillet and greens and some ugali. Of course, ugali from maize. On Friday, we do any leftovers so that we don't get to keep leftovers for too long. On Saturday, we're going to make pasta, minced beef. Sunday is my favorite because we get to make French fries with some whichever meat is available, but I prefer chicken. Okay, this is how you can come up with a simple menu. While at it, this Saturday, I decided to make some breakfast. Many a times I like making some breakfast because in a busy schedule, you don't get time to do some things yourself. As you can see, we are making African tea, and we are using tea tea from my village. That tea is usually amazing. It makes very delicious tea. Okay, so and also we're going to make some bacon, and of course my go-to milk is Tuzo, but deciding to try the Naivas Long Life, so I'll compare and see which one I would love. For some reason I still feel Tuzo is my favorite, but we decided to try a new one this time round. Okay, as you can see, the way I make my tea, I allow the water and tea leaves to boil before adding milk, and then after adding milk I allow the tea to boil for like 2 or 3 times, just to make sure it is done, well done. I love very well done tea. So here I'm making eggs. I've decided to try 2 options. I don't know why people like cooking one. Let me know in the comment section. Do you cook together or one? Yeah, but that's what I decided to do. And this time I also decided to try and toast bread on a pan. So if you don't have a toaster, just know you can be able to toast your bread on a pan. Don't overthink. This weekend I decided to go out and have a meeting, and I must tell you that this is one of the places I can recommend if you want to hang out. It's called Tsuku Tsuku. I don't know whether I'm pronouncing it right because I'm not sure which language it is. Yeah, so I decided to share with you the menu so that in case you would be interested, you can definitely drop by. This is an amazing place for meetups because they have cubicles that you can meet a small group, and slightly bigger cubicles that you can meet a bigger group. And then if you want to hang out around the crowd, you can. I would rate their food average because I've had better meals elsewhere, but the presentation is good. The quantity I felt is reasonable, and we did enjoy, I must say. Yeah, so it's a place you can hang out anytime.